Good evening. Good evening. My name is Phil Ackerly, and I have a story to tell. Peanuts. When you see a bag of peanuts, what kind of thoughts conjure up in your mind? For some people, they think of happy times like going to the fair, the carnival, or the circus, or maybe going out with the guys and having a couple of beers. But for me, no happy times. You see, whenever I see a bowl of nuts or crack open a nut, it's just a reminder of a time when my life was turned upside down. I'll explain. Now, I don't want you to think this is just about nuts. It's not. It's also about a letter and money. Or shall I say lack of money. Can I borrow some money, please? I need a couple of dollar bills. $2 bills. You see, I haven't always made my living being a magician. I used to work in high tech. 14 years I worked in high tech, giving my blood, sweat, and tears. But that all changed in August of 1992. I go to work that day and I get the letter. I'm not kidding. It said, to those eligible for our termination program. I'm not kidding. That's exactly what it said. I was eligible to be laid off. One minute I'm talking to the sales office about making a trip out to the East Coast. The next thing I know, they ask me to pack all my belongings and they show me the back door. I go home, I sit down with my wife, and I tell her what happened, and that's when reality sunk in. No job. I have no job now. No income. How am I going to pay for the mortgage? How am I going to support my son who was only 8 months old? And I felt like my career was being ripped right out from under me. I wasn't laughing at the time. Here, Si, hold on to that half if you would, please. And Jim, that's your receipt. Well, I toiled in this and I tried to find some work. I searched for work for about a year. And it was kind of tough trying to get back in the same line of work. I got a little wrapped up in the interviewing process. And I guess you could say that my future wasn't looking very clear. So I really believe that everything in life happens for a reason. What do you guys think? Sure. About a year later, I sat down with my wife. I built up enough courage and I said, honey, I want to change careers. I don't want to work in high tech anymore. I want to do what I love doing. I want to become a full-time magician. She didn't say anything. She just stared at me. Then she softened up a little bit. She got up, goes into the kitchen, and comes back with a bowl of nuts. And she says, honey, if you're going to act like a nut, you might as well hang out with them. I didn't think that was very funny either. But then she said, Phil, I'll support you. If you want to become a full-time entertainer, I'll support you. But you got to be good. She said, impress me, Phil. Impress me with your magic. I thought, well, this is my chance. So I told my wife what you probably would never say to your wife. I said, honey, grab a nut. This lady here, what is your name? Carol. Nice to meet you, Carol. Would you please reach in and take out one peanut, any one you like. Hold it in a fist like that, Carol. Now you have a choice. You can trade it. You like that one? Good. Hold on to that, please. I said, honey, I think we can do this. I think we can survive on my... I said, I know that our money is dwindling, and I know that all that we're left with right now are peanuts. But I think we can do this, because I said, we're like 2 peas in a pod, Terry. We're like 2 peanuts in a shell. We're protected. Our love is what protects us in times like this. And I mean protected, please, because protected inside the nut that you chose. Look, was the money. And if these are the same halves, they should match. Would you agree? Side, do you have that dollar bill, please? Side, take a good look here. Do they match?
Yep.
They sure do. Jim, do they match? Here, I'll just hand it to you. Trust me, they match. I've seen this before. They sure do match. Let's give them a nice hand. I thank you for your help. I couldn't have done it without your help, and I have a little gift for the two of you. I know that you like gifts. I picked up something when I had to pack all my belongings that day at work. For you guys, I have some Scotch tape. My wife didn't think that was funny either. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Tell you what, I'll even take that money back if I can. And Jim, can I have back your 2 halves, please? Put it in his wallet before. Great. You see, I think that when life deals us challenges, it's kind of a test of our character. How we deal with those challenges is the important thing. We can either face them head on, or we can just turn and go a different direction. But I think that the thing that kept me and my wife together, which has now been 23 years, was love. The love that kept us together. And I can proudly say that for the past 18 years, we kept together. There you go. You know what they say, do what you love and the money will follow, right? It's not true. It's do what you love and make sure your wife has a real job. Because health care is very expensive. Jim, this is for you. I just want to say thank you very much. And folks, remember this. Please keep on smiling. Makes people wonder what you're up to. Thank you very much.